Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here, for taking time out of your busy day to show your love and your support for Am Yisrael, for Medinat Yisrael. Give it up for yourselves. We are standing here at the French mission to the United Nations, and we turn to the United Nations and we turn to the entire world with one clear message. The message is keep your eye on the ball. Stay focused on the true enemy of peace. The true enemy of peace, the terrorists who target innocent civilians on the streets of Jerusalem, on the streets of Nice, on the streets of cities throughout the world. They are the true enemy. Do not be distracted by settlement activity. We all know that if Israel decided tomorrow to return the entire West Bank, the Golan Heights, East Jerusalem, they give it all back, we all know there wouldn't be peace. We just wouldn't have Israel, because those areas would be turned into safe havens for terrorists, like the Gaza Strip is today. How many more lives need to be taken before the world learns and unites around one clear message? Terrorism against Israel is always wrong. Terrorism against Israel is always wrong. Say it with me. Terrorism against Israel is always wrong and must always be opposed. There are no legitimate reasons to target, to kill innocent civilians or soldiers on leave. Resolutions condemning the settlements are just a distraction. And think about when this happened, this resolution, about 2 weeks ago. It was in the middle of Hanukkah. Hanukkah, when the Jewish people are celebrating political sovereignty over the land of Israel, including the very areas that the United Nations today declares are not truly part of Israel. Hanukkah celebrates the successful Maccabean revolt against the oppressive Greek regime, which resulted in Jewish sovereignty. That's what we celebrate on Hanukkah. But remember your history, because that sovereignty only lasted for 200 years after the Maccabees. It was taken away by the Romans. Our people were exiled, and for the next 2,000 years, we were without political independence. We were without sovereignty. We could not charter our own course. We were subject to the whims of governments until the state of Israel was created in our generation. Until 1948. That sovereignty was returned to the Jewish people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not about to return and relinquish that so easily. And we are not going to let the rest of the world change history. We are here to remind, first of all, ourselves, that we came into Israel in modern times legally and morally through a majority vote taken in the General Assembly of the United Nations. And the rest of those territories, we came into them legally as well. Because 19 years later, when Egypt and Syria were about to simultaneously attack Israel in an unprovoked war, and Israel struck preemptively. Yes, Israel fired the first shot. If she hadn't, there wouldn't be an Israel possibly. And Israel, in 6 days, not only defended herself from complete annihilation, but in 6 days she reunited Yerushalayim. She captured the Sinai Desert, the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, and the Golan Heights. That defensive war gave Israel the legitimate right to have sovereignty over those lands as well. It's Israel's prerogative, if she wishes, to trade land for peace, to give some back if they really and truly believe it can bring peace. And we know Israel has done this painfully, repeatedly. But each and every person standing at this rally, you need to share the history with your brothers and sisters, with your non-Jewish colleagues at work, that from a moral standpoint, Israel has absolute legitimacy over those lands, no different than our ancestors had it after the war with the Greeks. Would we ever give it back? Can you imagine the Maccabees being asked to return the lands that they took back from Greece in the aftermath of the Hanukkah story? And so as we stand here today, and we show our love and we show our support for Israel, let's also reaffirm Israel's moral and legal right over the entire land. Anything less fails to do justice to what we celebrate each and every year on Hanukkah. I thank you all for being here, for showing your love and reminding the world of our right to always be in Israel. Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you.
Lori Reagan, the New York chapter president of the Endowment for Middle East Truth and treasurer of Scholars for Peace in the Middle East, who's a frequent contributor to the American Thinker and Washington Examiner, will give us a little